On the 1st of November 1945, Major Richard Winters departed Europe aboard the Worcester Victory. Arriving in New York Harbor on the 20th of November, he reached Fort Indiantown Gap 5 days later. Winters returned home to Lancaster on January 22, 1946, and was soon discharged from military service. After leaving the Army, Winters accepted a position as personnel manager at Nixon Nitration Works in New Jersey, while attending business courses at Rutgers University during the evenings. In 1948, he met Ethel Estoppi, and the two married on the 16th of May of that year. Their son Tim was born in 1950. When the Korean War began, Winters was recalled to active duty in June 1951. After receiving a 6-month deferment, he reported to Fort Dix in January 1952 as a regimental plans and training officer. Later that year, he requested Ranger School and was assigned to a post in Washington in preparation for Korea. Before deployment, a new regulation allowed involuntarily recalled reserve officers to resign, and Winters immediately took advantage of the opportunity. Returning to civilian life, he joined Johnson & Johnson as a plant superintendent. In 1954, the family welcomed a daughter, Jill. A year later, they moved to the Gettysburg area after Winters accepted employment with Whitmoyer Laboratories. Having previously purchased farmland in Lebanon County, he oversaw construction of a farmhouse and eventually relocated his family there. 1965, Winters took a position with Palmyra Grain. 7 years later, he founded R.D. Winters Incorporated, a company that converted waste products from the Hershey Chocolate Company into animal feed. The business proved successful and allowed the family to purchase a second home in Hershey. Eventually, Hershey assumed control of the warehouses he managed, and Winters retired in 1997. Although he remained in contact with many of his wartime comrades, Winters did not begin attending Easy Company reunions regularly until 1980. As the years passed, he and the other veterans became convinced that their experiences deserved to be documented. Their opportunity arrived in 1988, when historian Stephen Ambrose attended a reunion in New Orleans. Although Winters initially stayed in the background and allowed others to share their stories, he later became concerned about inaccuracies in interview transcripts and arranged a meeting with Ambrose. On February 26, 1990, Ambrose met with Winters, Walter Gordon, Forrest Guth, and Carwood Lipton to hear their accounts firsthand. While some doubted the historian's interest, Ambrose was deeply impressed not only by their wartime service, but also by the extraordinary bond that remained among the veterans decades later. 1992, Ambrose published Band of Brothers, chronicling the story of Easy Company from Normandy to Hitler's Eagle's Nest. 6 years later, Tom Hanks and Steven Spielberg acquired the rights and adapted the work into the acclaimed HBO miniseries Band of Brothers. The success of both the book and the series brought Winters international recognition and introduced his story to a new generation. Richard Winters passed away on January 2, 2011, just 19 days before his 93rd birthday. He was laid to rest in the Winters family plot at Bergstrasse Evangelical Lutheran Church Cemetery in Ephrata, Pennsylvania. This concludes the Richard Winters story. If you haven't seen the first 2 parts, the links are in the description. If you enjoyed the video, please hit the like and subscribe. If you have a thought on Richard Winters, drop a comment below.